Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a great Tuesday. Looks like all the gauges are green. Somebody give me a 5x5. That would be super duper. Let's see. Let's see. As usual, Rose, first, attitude. Number 2, Bradley Collins, you are the term. Looks like you made the listing today. You made the listing today. Like we got Dog and Ball Productions. Haven't seen you in a while, girl. Good to see you. Cindy Hoffman, good to see you. West Virginia Pappy. Debbie is here. Deanna, Tuck, Bullseye Ben, Ian, Oops. And I think that's it right about now. Everybody's just saying hi to each other, stuff like that. Thank you, Tuck. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. I have no idea how this is going to go. I've literally just got all my gear like surrounding me, and I guess that's what we're going to do. I guess today is gear talk. Honestly, I don't know how long this stream is going to last because I've never done one of these. And so you guys know, a lot of the stuff has been set aside because the YouTube guidelines say that I cannot handle, touch, point. I cannot handle or touch a firearm or a magazine. And to make that even better, I've even like made sure that there's not even a knife within reach. But I do have my hot coffee. Alrighty then, Canada. How's my friend doing there? How's the how's the governor of Canada doing up there, man? Just wing it. That's what I do. Winging it's not bad, but I still like to I still like to make it as professional as possible. This is an educational channel. So literally there's like no script. There's literally no script. I'm kind of waiting for a few more people to get in here. But like I said, I've got all my basic battle gear kind of just surrounding me right now. I'll talk about a couple of things I grabbed out of the car too. I've decided I'm going to do a video on my my car trauma kit, and the as promised. What's up, Skeins girl? What's up, Longbeard? Babyface, bottom, backstreet, Ben. Um, uh, the the where are we at here? Pilgrim showed up. The fully updated advanced first aid kit. That video has been made. It will drop at 3 p.m. Eastern today. That's when you'll be able to watch it. Oops says, hot coffee, good weapon. What next, Ken? See teeth because you might bite someone's throat out. Jesus Christ. He gave away $5 billion yesterday. Who gave away $5 billion? That's a. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, you're talking about the governor of Canada. I got you. That's kind of funny. Stir Manufacturing, don't recognize you. Thanks for showing up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Party here. Get the shop ready. 2A is the way. I completely agree. I completely agree. I've been doing this channel for about maybe 3.5 years. Honestly, I can't remember. Um, actually, I could be more than that. I could. When did I start this freaking channel? Hold on a second. You guys got my brain spinning a little bit here. We're gonna go to LocalPrepper, open it in a new tab. It may make some noise, guys. It's set up to do that. Um, about more. Where are we at here? Instagram, blah, blah, blah. March 2021. So, 2, 2, 3, 24. Yeah, almost 4 years. Almost 4 years. Next month is 4 years. And what we got here? And everybody's just saying hi to everybody. All right, so I can close this piece right here. I'm adjusting things on my screen for your viewing pleasure. All right, so I think we got enough people in here. I think 20 is a good number. Let's kind of go ahead through there. If you guys hadn't noticed, there is actually a chat a poll question. Looks like I got 15 votes. What is the biggest concern when buying battle gear? And I call it battle gear because that's what it really is. There's no, hey, let's go camping, grab your AR. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh, let's go vote, grab your helmet. That's not how this works. It's battle gear. It's a fighting load. I stay away from the other terms that are Alicia. Uh, that's right, Alicia. I call it Alicia. So the algorithm doesn't bother me. That are Alicia focused or the guy the things that are on your watch. There's 60 of them and a man, that kind of thing. I try to stay away from those terms because I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. Anywho, and if you do, then hey, good for you. I appreciate you, man. Maybe you're in a place where you can actually do that stuff. So, all right. So I guess since I don't really know how to start, I'm just going to start. Let's see. Well, first and foremost, let's start with the old headgear. You gotta protect. I'm gonna have to move. Is my sound still good, guys? I gotta move this mic away. I'm gonna do some away from the screen stuff. This is actually my helmet. This is a bump helmet, guys. This is not Kevlar. This is just designed to protect my little pea that's inside my brain that from rattling around. It's a good little helmet. I've banged up a couple of things a few times. I'm not here to sell you on it. There's no Amazon links for it. If you are a member of the if you are a member and you ping me in the Discord, I will send you a link to it. Um, it did come in this kind of weird color cover. It was like this black camouflage, but I got it for reasonably cheap. It came highly recommended. It's adjustable. It does have the adjustments plate on the back, and so yeah. Yeah, you can do those things. Here, hold on a second. I'll just let me make it so that you guys are like happy with that stuff. There you go. No patches, no crazy stuff. It's just a good old helmet. During the it gets quite green in my neck of the woods. Now benefits of having a helmet. One, it's going to protect your noggin. It's just going to protect your skull. And one of the things that I'm blocking my microphone. One of the things that you'll find while you are uh, moving around in your gear is that you're going to be a little less nimble. Um, and you're going to find yourself bouncing into things. You don't know how many times as a young troop before I got my my infantry legs on me, where I was literally just like like this gob of gear around me, and I was just like bouncing into trees and stuff like that. Also, your field of view, even with a hat, gets limited. Um, it's I never really liked wearing anything that would block my field of view whatsoever. You kind of get that cone-in look, that feel that you can only see so much because it's true. It really limits your senses. I was always just a fan of a good old-fashioned boonie cover, specifically in the jungle for a big one too. That way, anything kind of just kind of like runs right off of you that falls out of a tree. But you will get like that especially if you have a helmet that doesn't fit you properly. So make sure that you size them out. There's nothing magical about it at all. You just have to kind of figure out like what size your head is. It's really not difficult stuff, guys. And then um, if you're going to actually like rock, like if you're gonna spend the 3 to 5 grand for night vision, if you're actually gonna rock that, then be cautious because some of these bump helmets mounts for night vision are plastic. You're gonna have to buy a metal one, and you may actually then actually be like part of the helmet because some of these bump helmets they were originally made well what was it? The Green Berets used to use um, just it's kind of funny because you probably saw it in Black Hawk Down. They used to use just regular old sports protective helmets, basically bike helmets, and because they didn't want the weight of a Kevlar, Kevlars were still very heavy back then, so they opted to do that. And then that's where actually the term bump helmet came from. So that you're gonna bump into the doorway of a helicopter. You're gonna bump into lots of stuff. But that's where the term bump helmet actually came from. And then um, you don't have to have all the fancy stuff. I know a lot of guys who just hit it with some spray paint. Um, with that said, and like I said, this one is rigged for night vision, but I don't have the money for night vision, and I don't know that I would actually want to spend it. It's a game changer at night, but they're coming out with some handheld thermals now that just change the game. So I don't know if I'd want to do the night vision. Anyway, so that's the helmet. That's the helmet. I don't have a link for you or anything like that. Like I said, if you are a part of the members group, I can send you a link to this helmet and the cover that I bought for it. And I can give you some advice. I can point you in the right direction, guys. And yes, this one is designed to put the comms on it. You just pop them in the little slot right there, or you put them on, or you can run a rail setup on it. But that's the helmet. That's the helmet. So we're going to set that to the side right there. And if you got any questions on the helmet, um, Team Rattle Can, there you go. Pop them in the chat. I'm going to sip a little bit of coffee here. I do not have any more of my root beer barrels, but I've kind of gone the old route and got me some Werther's Originals caramel hard candies. Guys, it seems to be working kind of good, but it's not as good as those barrels. Has anybody noticed that you can't buy hard candy anymore? I went to Walmart and I couldn't find any like real hard candy unless it was those stupid white and red sparkler things. I think they call them bursting stars or something like that. You normally find them. It's It's pretty bad. It's what the cheap businesses put out. Anyway, your dentist wouldn't give it to you. That's how bad it is. But let me go ahead and check the. If you want to talk helmets for a minute, put something in the chat, and I'll be happy to do that before we move on. We've managed to burn up 13 minutes, which is pretty good. 13 minutes on helmets, that's not bad. What's your biggest concern when buying battle gear? 53% say cost versus quality balance. 41% say durability in real use. 6% say availability and options. 0% say weight and mobility, which is you probably want to recheck that because I'm not going to be giving you a class on weight and mobility, but I would make it a concern because there is some gear out there that is just total crap. All right, let's see. We're at here. For me, 60-second person. This is that's a tough poll. All right. Skanes Girl says, for me, cost and durability are important, but as a short ass female, weight and mobility are a big concern. Yes. I recommend that you always look for gear, Skanes Girl, that has adjustability, because that's the big thing. Finding something that fits you for size. You can get stronger. You can get stronger. I know there are some girls out there that are tiny little girls that wear battle gear, and it's just a matter of getting it sized. When I say getting sized, I'm not saying going to a tailor. I'm saying that, like, hey, listen, you're going to wear a small. It's that easy. Just make sure it has straps. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's adjustable to fit your form. But yeah, so there can be weight issues. Let's see here. No horns or bling. No horns or bling. Well, that's because that's because the goal has not been met. Ian says, well, one might want a helmet when voting in a liberal major city. I know, right? Bradley says, they gave us bump helmet that looks more like a ball cap, but mine fell off the truck some years ago. That's your way of saying you didn't want to wear it. Let's see here. Most of my gear is OD green. Yes, I do. This is America. So yeah, things are pretty much, we live in a green environment. I have had to incorporate some coyote stuff in there, but I don't think it's a totally bad look. Or I wouldn't say look. I would say it's still easy to camouflage if I needed to. In the end, you can just rub everything in dirt and it all looks the same. Um, let's see here. Skanes Girl says, where'd it go? Go. I got lucky and won a coveted Spags bag last fall full of goodies. Where did you win that, Skanes Girl? Because believe it or not, guys, I still have 2 Spags bags to give away. Maybe that's the giveaway I'll do. I'll do a Spags bag giveaway. I can use the old video and then just like pump it up in the front, say I'm giving this stuff away, and then at the end make sure that you do this, that, the other thing. Yeah, I can do that. I can wash, rinse, repeat that because I've got 2 Spags bags that I can give away. What do you guys think about it? Do you think I should do that? Put a 1 in the comments if you think I should. Oops says no reason for night vision and such to be so expensive in this day agent of technology. Oops, listen, if you're in a battle and it's nighttime, night vision is the game changer. You freaking own the night. And frankly, if you're ever gonna go up against your corrupt government, which I don't recommend doing, they're going to have the stuff. Let's see here. Only reason I have night vision scope is from a sponsor, not cheap stuff. Absolutely true. All American store has candy. Hobby Lobby sells old fashioned hard candy. Good to know, Catitude. Good to know. Pilgrim says, "Oops! If it all goes bad, night vision and rifles will be laying on the ground." I don't know. We kind of have this thing where we grab our buddies who've been taken down. We don't just kind of just leave things. We're not a third world banana republic just yet. Let's see. My Walmart has a standalone candies. I looked everywhere, man. Let's see here. Someone said something about plates. I guess we can move on to that here in a second. You know what? All I have is the chat, so I'm just gonna make this chat huge, huge. I may have made it too big. Said no woman ever. Let's see here. Our dirt is red here in Oklahoma, so coyote tan won't work here. Just get it dirt. Just rub it in the dirt, man. You'll be okay. You need night vision if the power goes out. My street lights got shot. About $200 of thermal attachments for cell phones. Let's see here. I want it at okay, prepared. You got the Midwest Preparedness Project. I got you. Yeah, they've invited me to come out there a couple of times. It's just a little far away, but there's always this year. I mean, it happens twice a year. So let's see here. Own the night. I guess you guys do want me to give away that bag. Okay. Bradley says I call dibs. I resemble vertically challenged. Bradley says Dollar General usually has all the hard candy. Yeah, I might have to go there, but I gotta look for those. I gotta look for those barrels. I really, really did like those. I believe that was Rose that sent those to me. Um, I, I'll be honest with you guys. If I don't interact with you like every day and talk to you every day, I tend to forget names. It's part of the brainwashing. All right, so I saw somebody talk about armor. So um, I guess we can move on to something similar. Like I said, I have adjusted things so that they are YouTube friendly. Guys, I do full up plate carriers. I gotta back up. This is my plate carrier right here. Uh, this, so when I bought this was back when you could actually, um, buy reasonably quality gear on, Amazon before the Chinese flooded the market with junk. This actually has the in wire. I don't know if you can see it or not. That little line that's actually a wire. The whole thing can be just ripped apart by pulling something. So let me make sure I don't do this badly. I've got it set so it stays safe. So there's a little tab right here, and if you pull this tab down, you should be able to see there's a wire. God damn it. I've got this thing all like safety because I don't want this whole rig to fall apart. You can pull this tab, okay? And then you pull this tab, and there's a wire that runs through this whole rig, and it makes these shoulder pads fall right off. Um, and so, yeah, the general idea is that you can just grab this tab right here and just pull the whole thing. And there's pins that are in the back of the rig that make the whole thing fall apart. So let's put that back. I'm not really a fan of that being out. Okay. And then this one is actually rigged for 5 AK magazines. Gee, I wonder why. I prefer, and this is really a pain in the ass. I really should have like a table set up. I prefer to have the full nylons to keep my magazines in place. AKs are a pain in the butt if you're not used to using them. And then let's see. Uh, right side, guys. If whatever side you carry a pistol on, you should not have any gear. Otherwise, you're going to be doing this to try and to draw your weapon. You're like, well, I can practice around that. Well, why practice around it when you can just let your arm fall straight down and grab your weapon? That's smarter than practicing around it. Let's see here. I don't put anything on the back of my plate carrier because I like to be vehicle mobile, and this is something that we learned during Desert Storm, where we had our old deuce gear. If you guys know what that is, um, and you go and try and sit down inside. We would always take off our deuce gear and put it in by our feet or in the center of the cab, and then grab it and then run out to go do our fighting. What we found was it was just smarter to get all the gear, anything that was around your waist in the back, or anything that was around on the back of your flak, because we didn't have body armor back there. We just had flax. Um, Remember what was it? Zero? I think it was like Sub Zero was the name of the company that made our flak jackets. Because we were still fighting the Vietnam War. Anyway, so basically, I don't put anything on the back of my plate carrier. It's completely fleshed out. Also, guys, I wanted to tell you something. A lot of people don't think about this, and it's actually pretty smart. So if you see there where it says NKDA, okay, that means that I have no known allergies. The why doesn't it say like your blood type, my blood type, or something like that? For years, that has been the case. Okay, for years that has been the case. But you have to understand that you're dealing with two different systems. With the unless you want to see this more, I'm just going to put it down over here. Um, in the military, they their system is simple. Someone knows your blood type. It's on all of your gear. It's like everywhere. I know guys that have like tattoos underneath their arms of their name, their social security number, and their blood type. And That's great. That's great. But here in the civilian world, they're going to type and match your blood anyway. Okay. They don't care that you have, O positive or B negative or whatever. They don't care what little tag is on your gear. The other thing too is if you get snatched up by a civilian doctor, which is most likely since you're like we're talking about the Alicias and so on and so forth. Um, they're not only, like I said, they're going to type and match your blood whether you like it or not to find out, but also that battle gear is probably not going to be on your body. A freaking EMT or paramedic has probably already pulled that gear off of your body because they're trained to assess and see if there's any injuries on the front or the back, and that body armor is just getting in the way, so they're just going to rip it right off your body. So much for your little blood type sticker. So I would rather them just know that I don't have any allergies to medications. That way they can give me anything that they need to save my life. They don't it that won't matter what type of blood I have. All right. So that's something that you probably need to do. My vest has three blood type patches. They were $3 for, so why not? It is what it is, but it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn too, because I actually had done that for several years, on the back of when I was working with some rangers on the back of their hats, they actually had their blood types. And so it's like that you have to understand that you're working in two different systems. One system in the military is like, okay, he's OPOS, start hanging some bags, and they're off to the blood bank and grabbing them out of the freezer and so on and so forth. Um, but in the civilian community, you're going to get snatched up by anybody in that medical community is who has assets, who has access to that particular blood type or blood typing, should I say, they're going to test you anyway. So let's see here. But no, also have a VA medical card. All right, let's see here. I'm going to roll up on the chat. Let's see here. Call dibs. Looks like Laszlo showed up. Walgreens usually has root beer barrels. Ah, okay. But they closed down my Walgreens, those bastards. Let's see here. Bullseye Ben says 22 Magnum zips through 2A soft armor. Yeah. Yeah, it can. It can. Bradley says, talk about brainwashing. You know what? I made the chat too big. Now I can't like read it well. I can't read it well. Um, talk about brainwashing. The guy did a study. He went from being in the 80s type of memory. He put down screen times 3 to 4 months, and now in the 99%. So screens do harm us. What are you talking about? Computer screens, or are you talking about like? Are you talking about technology, or are you talking about what's on my porch? Hopefully, it's technology. Skanes Girl says I was talking to several women at Midwest Preparedness Project about the fact that we need to design a better option for us lady when it comes to armor. Well, the Air Force did a study on that. The Air Force did design body armor for women. I don't know how far it went, but it is a thing. It is a thing. Um, let's see. Bradley says maybe just me, but 26 in here and only 2 thumbs up. Get that? What in the hell? What in the flying? What? What? Get in there, guys. Come on. That's come on. This is sophomore. This is sophomorish stuff. You guys are come on. What are we back at band camp? Get your trash together. Let's see. Let's see here. Ben, can you full out of your mag pump? Skeins Girl, a lot of multi-curve armor is designed with you in mind. Okay. 19 thumbs up on the screen. There you go. Let's see, Ben. We ladies come in multiple shapes and sizes. Very true. Very true. Um, let's see here. I just have a Deadpool cross sword on the back of my plate carrier. Oh my God. I have the 16-inch barrel, poor man's MP7. Let's see. I have my dog tags. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can find something that's on point here. Medical alert break with allergies and hemophilia C. Have necklace also and brackets for my own adult children. There you go, or bracelets for my own adult children. That's a great idea. Yeah, EMTs and paramedics are trained to look. Medical personnel are trained to look for those identifiers. Yes. I haven't got the keep forgetting. Let's see. Sharpies work, but not after you get shot. They don't work after you get shot. All right, let's see here. Always carry a Sharpie. Never know when I need to leave a permanent message. I never know. I always carry a Sharpie. I never know when I need to leave a permanent message. Leave my mark someplace. Let's see. So you were talking about the phones. Yeah, the screens are not good for us. They use alpha waves. The light that they emit is alpha waves, and it's just so bad for you. That's one of the things. If you guys are in the members group, once a week I'll send out like my phone tells me how much screen time I've had, and I'm always actively working as a goal not to look at that screen because they even if you have it set to like adjust with the light in the room, there's still alpha waves that are coming out. Not only is it bad for our eyes, but it's bad for our brains. It can actually like stop us from sleeping properly. Let's see here. Rose says, used to be a blood donor, but no longer, told to stop because of antibodies in my blood have difficulty matching. Yeah. I was one of the, I was in the Marine Corps in the 80s, and we actually got the live malaria virus. It was a powdered form. They mixed it into liquids, and then they give us a little shot. But they'd always do it on a Friday and said, see you on Monday. And so, your entire company would be like in the barracks, freaking sweating your asses off. I mean, just laying in pools of sweat. And then hopefully by Friday, you felt better. Basically a weekend destroyer. They don't do that anymore, so it's okay. Let's see here. Screens have a positive impact on on your knowledge too. Everything at tips of your fingers to learn and expand. It's a crutch. Skeins Girl, yeah, iPads turn young minds into mush. This is why Silicon Valley kids don't use them. They know. Where we at here? Bradley Koch says, Rose, I donate plasma for a few weeks till they messed up the needle and pumped an entire donation of blood back into my. Oh my God, that's crazy. All first responders go through your wallet to look for information about how to deliver healthcare and steal your money. Kilroy. Andy, what's going on, man? Kilroy was here. Blue light can mess up your sleep schedule. Very true. Those are the alpha waves. You can always draw mustaches on Sleeping Buddy or draw on their foreheads. Let's see here. We did mustaches, glasses, and faces, etc. in college if you passed out. Very true. Very true. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to the battle belt. We're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to the battle belt. My battle belt is actually pretty simple. I am a proponent of suspenders, and the reason is because I have gear that I might put back onto. I have gear that I might put back onto this belt. I haven't decided yet, so I'm kind of catch 22. So like right now, going from left to right, I've got a double stack for 9mm rounds. This is more set up like a patrol belt than anything else. Because that was my original intent, was to be able to patrol and not go heavy unless I needed to. And then there's a one magazine for patrolling, a dump bag. You pull this out and the whole thing falls apart. A dump bag for snatching up magazines. An IFAK. This one I built myself. This one is a tourniquet holder, and this one is my pistol holder. my holster that actually has another magazine capable on there. So you're basically looking at one rifle and three pistol mags. Like I said, this is more of a patrol belt than anything else. The belt itself is internally woven. As you can see, it's like a giant pad, basically, is what the belt on the inside looks like. And then on the outside, it's got the molly. Woo. It's got the molly, and then the actually have the internal belts that adjusts everything. Now, I have been fighting with the idea. I need to look at that sci-fac while I talk to you guys. I have been fighting with the idea of let's see, going back old school, almost 80s, because we used to build our own stuff. This thing has everything in it but a tourniquet. And I keep this. It's tape. Okay. Um, and I'm making a mess. I'm getting all sidetracked here. I'm getting way sidetracked. I should not be in the sci-fac. Getting my brain like all twisted up, thinking about, hey, what's a sci-fac? Um, but we used to build all of our own stuff. You know, it's like all the belts now that are padded. We used to take a standard combat belt, and we would take ISO mats and trim them so they were wider and they were the length of the belt that went around the part that went around our waist, and we would weave them into the belt. And a lot of times we would duct tape them onto the belt as well. And if you didn't have any money, which most of us didn't because we worked for nothing back then, the you would literally have to disassemble all of that stuff, clean your gear, and have it ready for inspection that next Friday, only to only to have to rebuild the whole thing again that weekend so that you can go to the field on Monday because we carried a lot of gear on our belts. You know, we had our butt packs, and that was full of pretty much everything from extra cigarettes to, I mean, pretty much anything you think you needed was there. There was going to be a poncho in or on it someplace. I always like to have the idea of having a rolled poncho underneath my ass pack, but that's never smart. And I'm starting to see some companies that are trying to bring that back. But it's just a great way to lose your gear. It's a great way to lose your poncho, to be honest with you. Um, and then you know, we had two quart canteens, one on each side. We carried our old magazine carriers carried three magazines apiece in. They were like in a box kind of thing. And we would carry four of those boxes. I mean, this thing was loaded down. That's why I like that's why I like having the ability to put some weight on my shoulders. Um, but this was for like doing LERP type stuff. You know, basically we wanted to make sure that when all else fails, we still had food. We still had the ability to go pew 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 for a long period of time. You know, so you're talking about 12, 13 magazines counting the one in your rifle. And so we wouldn't even buckle. You'd see us running through the woods and stuff. It would just be hanging off our necks. We wouldn't even buckle our belts. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I actually really did like the setup, but we were still using a lot of stuff that was Vietnam, Korea era type stuff. And it would it made a lot of noise. So you had to like wrap tape around everything that was a metal hook because the H harnesses back then weren't strapped. They were strap connected. They were hook connected. They had these like little hooks on the end that you could like clink and then lock the hook. And then the hook on the ass pack. You know, you didn't hook your H harness to the belt. You hooked it to the ass pack. And they had metal rings, so you had to like tape all of that up and just make it so it didn't make a lot of rack. It didn't go like ching 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 through the woods, that kind of thing, you know. Um, let's see, isomats. Yes, it's kind of like a yoga mat. It's just thicker. I don't remember why they call it an ISO. I don't remember what ISO stands for. But it's like a real thick yoga mat. It's more foamy than anything else. But it was dense. Water would not go through it. And it really did create really good isolating layer between you and the ground when you slept on it. Great piece of gear. It's a great piece of gear. But Yeah, that's the way we used to do it. That's the kit that I'm running now. Like I said, this is really dumbed down for YouTube because I don't want. I mean, if I made a video, I could be like showing you all sorts of stuff. But this is a live, so I can't do that. And then let's see. Let me go to the. You know what? It's 8. Yeah, let's see here. Let's go to first responders, blue light. Uh, I do have a first aid kit on the back of my carrier tailored to me for my battle buddy to use on me. Yeah, that's exactly that's good to go, man. That's exactly the way it should be. If you do have the ability to do buddy aid, then you should definitely have something like that. But I would look at small of the back kits because anything you can get off of your back is going to be great. And the reason is because if you have to go underneath some obstacles, you're going to find that it's going to be it's having things on your back are going to start catching on everything. The slicker you can get, the better. It really your environment doesn't really matter. You'll catch yourself on a door frame just as quick as you'll catch yourself on a bush or a window seal. You know what I'm saying? Having that kid on the back is great, but you know, well, what if you get shot and you're on your back? You know what I'm saying? Now your buddy's got to roll you over to get it. So where you put it, it almost doesn't matter because the kits are kind of bulky, But it's having one I guess that's the best step. You're good to go, man. You're good to go. Let's see here. Dog tag silencers. Yeah, dog tag silencers. That was duct tape, bro. We've just duct taped them together. So in the day, I don't know how it is now. I don't know because I've noticed that the Marine Corps has gotten a little bit more, for lack of better words, lax with some of their standards. Um, but I had dog tags for inspections and I had dog tags for the field. And 99% of the time I was wearing the field stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just tape that shit up. It's not a big deal. Just wrap it one time, you're good. 550 cord that sucker. No strands. Burn it together so nobody can choke you with it. You know what I'm saying? It can all be done. And if they want to inspect your dog tags, then freaking have some hanging inside your wall locker that have never been touched by human hands. You literally have to have field gear and garrison gear, but you're civilian, so none of that matters. Let's see here. Isometrics, that's possible. That's possible. I don't know. Um, let's see here. And let's not forget the Alice clips rubbing hot spots raw. Yes. I grew up with Alice gear. Alice packs are great, but believe it or not, they actually come in small, medium, and large. And it was small, medium, and ruck. And most of the Alice packs that were issued to the military, they were all mediums. Those are all mediums. Because the government really didn't really buy any of the smalls. They just started calling them patrol packs, which is kind of hilarious. But anyway, but yeah, I grew up with the rucks, 3 mags in the back, big old pouches. I ran that forever. I prefer the weight of a ruck to like an Alice ruck to that of a Bergen. Bergens are extremely heavy. But I own one and I do like it, but it's like when you go into the field with your Bergen, it's like freaking bringing a condominium with you because it's designed to hold rockets. It's pretty crazy. Definitely want the weight evenly distributed too. There you go. That's one of the reasons that I like plate carriers instead of chest rigs, because that plate carrier is going to be a little bit more stable, and it's going to allow the weight to distribute itself a little bit easier. Oh, let's see. For years I would wear my Lorraine cross and my treaty medal. Was no problem during the day, but couple of days, guys asked me about cowbell in the morning. Okay. Steel plate armor. I use stuff from the Cold War. The militarist. Yeah, dude. I actually run plate armor, steel plate armor in that. But I'll be honest with you, the only reason I still run steel plate armor is because um, it's cheap, and I was cheap and didn't have any money when I bought it, and I just wanted to have armor. And so I'm kind of in a conundrum right now because the prices of armor have gone down, and the armor has gotten better. Okay. Um, but I'm still in this mindset of I would really like to make my own body armor, and I've done it in the past. I've made body armor that stops 45, 9, 357 Magnum. It's not hard to do. It's just about layers. Um, but those kind of projects are like you've got to spend money, and there's a lot of time involved in making body armor, guys. A lot of people don't know it. There's a lot of time that's involved in making a single plate. And I just don't have frickin' half a day to get to dedicate to one plate. And it's basically a two-man job as well. I'm trying to come up with a way to make it so that I don't have to have anybody else, and so it would be much faster. I'm trying to refine the process because the thing is like you're gonna make it right, and like right now, I can make armor that I know it'll stop handgun rounds, no problem. Okay, um, but but that I know exactly what it takes to make that. And so now I'm like, okay, so I need to make double of that. I mean, to times that by two, and that's going to be like a whole day to make one plate. And I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to brainstorm ways of doing that are going to be much faster. So and then in the end, it's like, okay, so you did all that. I mean, what did you really do? You know what I'm saying? Is the juice worth the squeeze, or do I just save my money and buy them one plate at a time? You know what I'm saying? They normally come in sets of two. But you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of catch 22, which is why I haven't done anything about it. Let's see here. Here's Lorraine Cross. Been looking for ideas I can put on the back of a vest that won't interfere with a backpack or vehicle seat. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, man. Um, I've seen people that will wear the what is it? The water thingy on the back. And I should have taken. I'm gonna take my pills. I better do that now. I better do that now. It's like when you get older, you stop having the ability to know nouns. Um, Water bladder. Water bladder. It's a bladder, but there's a name for it. Somebody put it in the chat. I know people that have done that, and some of the water bladders are actually kind of like flat enough that it will happen. Also, there are packs out there that actually have a curve in them in the padding, so that it only pushes on the top of your shoulders and then down your lats. Um, and then the idea is that your water bladder fits inside of that. Um, Camelback. There you go. Thanks, Ben. I only have like 20 of those things. During the Great Desert War, they were handing those things out like freaking candy. Where we at here? Steve, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Chat. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been fiberglass tarp and fiberglass resin armor, and it will stop up to 308. Yeah. You know, it like I said, it depends on how you make it, but it's all about time. I'm in events testing the cheap AR 500. AR 500 will stop bullets, man. It'll stop bullets like it's nobody's business, but you're gonna get all sorts of little freaking pieces of shrapnel all over your body. I'm like, okay, well, just as long as I don't lose an eye, I think I'm okay. I think I'm gonna be happy. Fiberglass armor is decent if it's built properly. Actually what we're talking about, Cindy. I didn't really want to talk about the production of fiberglass armor, but it does work. I have two fiberglass plates that I've made myself that will stop handgun rounds like it's nobody's business. Oh, I need to get Camelback so to the Army surplus store after I got it. After I got it. Hydration bladder. My vest has a built-in bladder pouch. No counting on it because I've heard they pop easy. So I'm gathering surplus canteen. Gotcha, Tuck. All right. All right. Let's see here. Since you guys are not playing the game with the frickin' meeting our goal today, and I'm not actually pushing it, I'm going to have to pay some bills here. I think I'm going to pay some bills with Jace Medical today. Let's do that. Okay, guys, listen. And you know what? I forgot. If you love your country, not your government, because it's getting better. If you love your country, put a number one in the chat. God, I'm gonna drink some coffee. I'm gonna talk some smack. I'm gonna educate you on some stuffs. and I'm going to drink more of this coffee while you do that. All right. Well, I got you here, Jace Medical, guys. The one of the things that you have to know about the advanced first aid kit. About the advanced first aid kit. I don't want to pop it up there because another company actually made that bag. All right. The advanced first aid kit actually has antibiotics in it. Those things that are way over there on the other side. I'm holding this thing together with my other hand. Right. Okay, antibiotic, and they come in different sizes and shapes and things like that. But the bottom line is that right now you're definitely going to want to start to get a few antibiotics in your preps because people get sick. Things go wrong. I mean, right now I'm I'm giving my cat antibiotics for something that is growing underneath her chin because she won't let me get near it. Um, it's a thing. It's a thing, guys. And we don't have to say anything about the middle of the night, honey. I need the Jace case. We've all heard that story. So, guys, do me a favor. Two things. One, Jace Medical. That right now they're the top. They are the top of the class as far as getting those antibiotics necessary to be able to protect your family in the times when things are. Oh my God, pandies. Andy just started this. Andy just started this stuff. And I was on the wrong screen, so you didn't get the fancy thing on your screen, Andy. I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna read you out in a second here. But use code LocalPrepper10 to save 10% off your purchases, which is great. Also, if you are one of those people that needs medication to survive every day so that you don't get unalived because you forgot to take your little pills, they have a plan for you. Go there, check them out, save 10%. Code LocalPrepper10. Do it now. All right, looks like Andy tried to get the ball rolling there. It says, okay, I'm adequately shamed. Now, which of you other slackers will step up? Ooh, peer pressure. I love it. You get, you're getting that, bro. You're getting that one right there. Okay, and yeah, appreciate it as usual. I love your freaking your icon, Andy. That's how I remember who you are. It's like whenever you pop up in some other place, it's like that's Andy because nobody uses that dude, man. Nobody uses that dude. All right, all right. Let's see here. Everybody is everybody trying to find your pocketbook? Is everybody trying to find your credit card right now? Okay, so with all that said, let's go. We're actually running out of time, but I got a couple more things I want to show you. Um, Next are my boots. Believe it or not, this is tactical gear, guys. This is tactical gear. Okay, these are actually made by 511. No, I'm not an affiliate, but I will endorse them. The I don't wear them enough. The big problem with boots is, guys, I don't wear boots a lot. I really should just like wear these for like a week straight to completely break them in. Modern boots are so soft and squishy, but even modern boots that are designed to last uh, have a break-in period. These guys right here, oh shit, Ian's, but these are the 511. I read this earlier. These are, you know what? If you're a member, hit me up in the Discord and I'll send you a link to these things to show you the ones that I bought. But these are awesome boots. They're very light. They're very durable. They remind me a lot of the old school jungle boots, which I used to live in, guys. I lived in those things. Man, I went to freaking Korea in the winter in green and black jungle boots because they're just super awesome. Um, these do actually have the venting holes. They're not venting holes. These are in case water gets inside your boot. They're drain holes is what they technically are. And then I have actually didn't have to normally when I get a brand new set of boots, I will have to relace them with 550 cord. They actually have 550 cord laces, but they're like the ends are like real laces. But it's actually 550 cord. So it's interesting. I do like the pulls. They've got a pull tab here for putting your boots on. Normally you just have one in the back, but they actually have one in the front and one in the back. So it's actually really easy to manipulate and get the boot on your foot. Um, let's see. I think that's going to be about it. I'm not a super big fan of the ankle tighteners that these have, but I figure I can stop using them if I want to. They're actually so when you pull it tight, when you pull the laces tight, This is what they call an ankle tightener. It wraps the boot around your ankle to keep you from breaking your ankle. But I don't like any kind of like pressure right there. So I may just take the laces out and just go from there to there and call it a day. It's not a big deal. Just do a cross lace right there and you won't have those problems. But we'll see what happens. I'm still in the process. I've had these for about 6 months. I really like them. They're good gear. Let's see here. As usual, I've got the, you know what? I need to say something to Andy here. Thank you, Andy. Boom, 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 and retire. America. America. The time to reply to this super chat has expired. I didn't know there was a time limit. Israel makes great stuff. Yeah, I used to have some Israeli jungle boots. They're pretty good. We called them Israeli jungle boots because they were very much like jungle boots. But apparently in Israel, they don't call them that because they don't have jungles. Steel toe with side zipper for me. There you go. Peer pressure is real. All right, and I didn't even promote him today, but this is my Bear Min. Oh, this is a 2.0. There are things that I like about it. There are things that I don't like about it. This is the one that I did the video on. If you guys haven't seen it, go back through my videos. It's in the gear playlist that talks about how I tried to turn this into a bear fac because it's basically the same design. But if you put all of the stuff that's inside, uh, this thing is actually kind of packed. If you put all the stuff, I'm not even gonna. I may have left it like this. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to do something about this because this thing should not be this hard to open and close. As a matter of fact, I'm not even putting it in front of the screen anymore. If you take all the stuff that's in a bare fac and try to put it in a bare min, it won't open. It won't open. You can't get anything about it, you know. Um, what about Under Armour underneath instead of compression? Compression shirt for under the gear. That's not a bad idea. I always just wear synthetic shirts. I've always worn synthetic shirts. Um, there's a certain feel of wearing your standard cotton OD green shirt underneath all your gear that sucks up the sweat. I don't know. It kind of feels good because I'm kind of used to it. But the synthetic shirts I just wear. Now you can do that. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying I wouldn't even do it. I'm just saying that's just not something I've done before. So a compression shirt for under the gear. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Let's see here. Under Armour and synthetic clothing absorbs oils and locks in smells. Yes, the smells are the best. The best smells. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of this, but we're not there. We haven't met our goal yet. And I'm running out of things to show you, but let me show you guys this next. I picked this up, believe it or not. I picked this up at a side. What do they call those? What do they call those? It was actually technically a what you would call it? An antique shop. It's marketed as an antique shop, but they sell all sorts of stuff. They basically give you a booth. You pay for a booth inside, and then you just kind of stack all your stuff in and tag it all. And then when somebody buys it, they know who it belonged to, and they make sure you get your money. Consignment, maybe. But so I was able to pick this up. I keep this inside. I keep this inside of the Explorer. This one is I think it's 3A. Let me see here. Do not remove 46R. I don't have my glasses on me. Maybe that's just the Washington. Well, that's just. Am I looking at the wrong one? I can't remember if it's 2A or 3A. Ballistic. It's on the panels. I can't remember. But yeah, I picked that up. That's the back, and there's the front. There we go. Pick that up. I just keep this inside. Do you attach anything to boots or cargo pants? No, I do not. And I do not because I don't want to be like stuff clinking around. It's kind of like the like just because you have pockets on the side of your pants doesn't mean you need to fill them. Ask any Marine recruit this. When you go through recruit training, you have to keep your knowledge is what they called it. It's a little book. It's got all the classes and stuff inside of it. You're supposed to like study your knowledge, and you whip that out, and you just like they're just when you're waiting instead of people sitting around and being stupid, you start reading this stuff. But you kept that in your cargo pocket. Also, you had a notepad, a notebook that you kept in your other cargo pocket, and a canteen all the freaking time. So having stuff jingling around in your pockets is not cool. But yeah, so that I keep inside the Explorer at all times. I don't know this is a believe it, this is a tuck pad. This is designed to be worn under a uniform, and you tuck this in behind you, and then that way it doesn't come up. And also it does have a plate, a spot for an armor plate. You can pop an armor plate inside of here to go on top of the soft armor. All right, let's see here. 40-year-old Kevlar vest will not stop bullets just as good. 40-year-old Kevlar vest will stop bullets just as good. Ah, okay. And then this, which I've decided I'm just going to show it to you. This is actually something that I keep inside of my Explorer, my vehicle. This is actually my trauma kit. This is for like, hey, I just saw a car roll over and burst into flames, and I'm going to try and get the crispy critter out of it and maybe save their lives. This is full of just the important stuff. The level 3 type stuff. That's all that is inside of this bad boy. I actually have another bag coming. It should get here today. It's actually like that red and shiny tape type bag. I really wanted to identify. I wanted to find this. So this is a military. This is a military medical bag. So when you do that, when you unclip it, it does that. And then you have different things inside of here, which I'm not going to share with you now because I'm going to be selfish and make you watch my video later. But yeah, there's that, and that's actually what I keep in the Explorer, right next to my soft armor. I actually keep my boots inside the Explorer as well. Let's see here. I shot a 3A Kevlar vest from the 80s last week with Liberty Self Defense 9mm, and it stopped it. Well, so it's a Kevlar vest. It's not a flak jacket, it's a Kevlar vest, right? Because there's a huge difference. Bullets will go through a flak vest, a flak jacket, the stuff that we were issued in the 80s and 90s. And we did not get any modern armor until just before the Gulf War started, and that's the only reason we got it. And the only thing they did was they gave us plates to put inside of our body armor, and then they realized that those weren't going to work right because the way they were designed, you could never like get to them. It was a really bad design. It was a really bad design. Okay, let's see here. Looks like we've hit our 1 hour mark here, and I do have things to do. Hopefully, you guys got something out of this. A little bit of show and tell with you. Now, I've got to go put everything back the way it's supposed to be because of YouTube. But I've been wanting to upgrade some of my stuff, but I just haven't got there yet. So I think that could be the next thing. That could be the very, very next thing. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. We did not make our goal, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see, Cindy, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I want to thank you guys once again for hanging out with me. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. And if you have not subscribed, now would be the time to do that. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. You're still here? No. Later.